How are you guys doing? It's me, the Techie Gamer, here with another build guide. This one falls under the $1,600 budget, of course also including the Skylake architecture, which is the i7-6700K and the GTX 980 Ti. So let's get into this. Keep in mind that the price may vary, meaning that the price of the build may fall way under or a little over the budget. But as of today, December 3rd, it is like $2 above $1,600. And usually if it was quite a bit over, I would change something, but since $2 isn't going to make a huge difference in your wallet, it can still be considered $1,600. Also, keep in mind that builds like these, unless I say otherwise, are meant for the most performance that I can possibly go, as well as the most overclockability and upgradability or future compatibility. Also, before we start, let me know what build you want to see me do next in the comments below. With that out of the way, guys, let's begin today's build. Starting off with the CPU, we have the Intel Core i7-6700K. It's a quad core at 4.0 GHz, and the choice in this was really quite simple. At $1,400, we were able to go with the lesser i5-6600K. And since we have a budget, that went up an ante, there was really only one other CPU that's unlocked in Skylake, and that was really the only one choice, and that being the i7. It's way more powerful than its predecessor, and also includes hyper-threading, which is great for multiple applications, mainly towards content creators like myself. As for the CPU cooler, I have to stick with the Cooler Master Hyper 212 Evo 82.9 CFM sleeve bearing. This also brings up overclocking. Yes, I do realize that this is not the best one for heavy overclocking. However, because there are so many people who need a PC like this, it's hard to justify which cooler would be best for them. The average of gamers usually do light overclocking anyways, which is great for PC part picker. It's the fact that you can change something that you might not like. Personally, this cooler has amazing performance for its price. You just can't beat it. As a stock option and light overclocking, this is a great choice for a CPU cooler. Along the road, I highly recommend that you upgrade though, and the reason why I went with this stock option is to help spend money on the other components that are going to be running your games. Moving on to the motherboard, I took this to the extreme. I went with the MSI Z170A Gaming M7 ATX LGA 1151 motherboard. Besides going for an MSI-based build, considering the graphics card is also MSI, and the color scheme is just freaking awesome, this thing is an absolute beast. It has plenty of upgrade, such as a RAM upgrade up to 64 gigabytes, can support RAID, Crossfire, and SLI, and has USB 3.0 headers. Not to mention that this thing is also a great overclocking board as well. Onto RAM, we have the crucial 8GB of single-channel DDR4 2133 memory. Not only is it cheap at only $42, but has a lot of room for upgrades, considering that this is single-channel instead of your normal dual-channel. If you are searching for RAM specifically towards gaming, going with cheap RAM is almost always okay, as long as it's from a company you know and trust. Moving on to storage, we have the Samsung 850 EVO series 250GB solid-state drive, and the Western Digital Caviar Blue 1TB 7200 RPM hard drive. Since new games are coming out, and I mean huge games, like games that are over 10 or 20, sometimes even over 50 gigabytes, you're gonna need a good amount of storage. And for a cheap, reliable, and great performing option, the SSD and the hard drive will do the job. As for the graphics card, I went with the MSI GTX 980 Ti Gaming 6G. It's probably my favorite option, not just for the awesome performance, but also for one of the cheaper options for the 980 Ti. It also has adequate cooling because of the twin Frozer fans as well. As for the case, I couldn't help but decide to go with the Corsair 200R ATX mid-tower case. It has an amazing amount of space and features, and it was just hard to pass up. It is as cheap as the RAM that we have on here at only $40, and it has enough space to fit the long 980 Ti, including the drive cages. This just means that if you wanted extra storage in the future and wanted to SLI, you can. It also has front panel USB 3.0 and has very nice cable management. Up next, and almost finally, we have the power supply, which is the EVGA Supernova Nex 650 watt 80 plus gold certified fully modular ATX power supply. What can I say? It has 650 watts of good golden modular power. You can never pass that up. It has plenty of upgradability and plenty to run the system. Finally, the operating system and the optical drive, which has always been the same, and that is Windows 10 and the Lead-On IHDS 11804 DVD/CD drive. That's about it, guys. Let me know what you think of the build in the comments below, and like and subscribe if you enjoyed and you want to see more. As always, let me know what build you want to see me next, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.